All right, so the question is about Islamic morals, lessons on Islamic morals.
Yes.
And the title of the question is regarding the hierarchy of moral traits for character building of high school students in this day and age. So the question is, in the Akhlaq series, you have a hierarchical model for approaching moral studies. What do you think are top traits or characters that are essential to focus on while trying to build character in young teenagers, especially high school level?
As I have said this in Akhlaq series of the Hawza, in my humble understanding, the most fundamental and most important characteristic that should be the main characteristic of a believer is truthfulness. Truthfulness leads to all other good things and brings all other good things. Then after that I have mentioned humility, gratitude, fairness, and other qualities as, again, very important qualities. In self-development also we have a discussion about some key concepts in Islamic spirituality, and we highlighted humility, gratitude, and love. Love is also very important. But if you want to ask me which one is the most fundamental, I think is truthfulness. And Alhamdulillah, truthfulness is something that every person appreciates, especially children. By nature, they are all truthful and honest. Little by little, they may learn, some politics or techniques and tactics and lies and cleverness in the way that we call it cleverness. But by birth, by default, by nature, by fitrah, they are all honest and truthful. And you are religious, you are not religious, everyone loves truth. And if we can really build the truthfulness in us and in our training, and then also explain how this truthfulness would not let you to be jealous, to be selfish, to be, stingy, and so on and so forth, then it would be great. If it is too difficult to explain, which it shouldn't be, but maybe then you can mention few points: truthfulness, humbleness, gratefulness, kindness, and love. These are key traits of character. There is also a point that some people say, I am not saying definitely, but I have some sympathy that some people say, actually any of these virtues, if someone completely invests on them and achieve them, that person would become a good person. They say it cannot go to hell, which can mean that becomes very. And for example, if just kindness is what you invest on, but you really become kind, then automatically you become also grateful and humble and so on and so forth. Or generosity. Why Hatam Ta'i is not going to be punished by hellfire, although he has maybe one virtue which is at least known by everyone. It seems more it's because of it. Because if you are really generous, and your generosity has really grown, and you have one quality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as much as you can, which is generosity, then it would not let your soul to be a vicious soul. Maybe you do some mistakes, but you never, harm anyone. You never, do any mischief, any zulm. So this is something that some people say. I have some sympathy with them, but still I am not very sure about this. But I can say it, as I said in the beginning, that at least there are some fundamental characteristics that if you bring them, they bring other qualities. Especially, I highlight truthfulness. اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. اللهم أدخلني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج الصدق. واذكر في الكتاب إبراهيم إنه كان نبيا صديقا. And other places that Allah mentions the quality of Sidq, Siddiq, and Sadiq al-Wa'ad, all things.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have another question as well, a general question. It's regarding the series on practical wisdom in the Quran.
Yes.
In lecture 3 of the series Practical Wisdom in the Quran, you mentioned that you can receive wisdom by even hypocrites through the quality of wisdom, though the quality of wisdom is only for the pure soul.
Mm-hmm.
Does the pure soul imply a pious Shia Muslim, or can it apply to other Muslims or perhaps people of other faiths? For example, there are many Hindu mystics and Buddhist monks who only speak wisdom, but do they have the quality of wisdom? Can their souls be considered pure if they are not Muslim?
Yes. There are two things that you have to distinguish. There are wise ideas and there is quality of wisdom. Wise ideas you can learn from good people and even bad people. خذوا الحكمة ولو من أهل النفاق. Maybe even a hypocrite, a munafiq also has some good points, wise ideas. It doesn't mean that he's wise, because if he was wise, he was not munafiq. But he has read or learned from here or there wise ideas, wise sayings can be shared, can be communicated. What quality of wisdom is something else. Wisdom cannot be found in corrupt people, in vicious people. It needs some sincerity, some purity, some maturity. It needs broad experiences. It needs some information. It needs to have good teachers. Lots of things are needed. But it doesn't need to be necessarily a Shia or a Muslim. Maybe you can find a wise Christian. Maybe you can find a wise, for example, Jew. A wise, for example, person who has another faith. What is important is that this person should be a person who has good character, a person who has balanced character, a person who is sincere and is not going after, satisfaction of lower and instant desires, so that receives the gift of wisdom. This is possible. Of course, the best chance of having wisdom is when someone has right and proper understanding of his connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, has right doctrines. That's the greatest chance that you have. But it doesn't mean that if someone has not received some doctrines, but still is a good person, would be totally deprived of wisdom.
Thank you very much. And that brings us to our